get started. Take a deep breath as always. Big breath. And exhale. Another big breath. Fill your lungs. Reach through your fingertips. Nice and big. And exhale. Let it out. Okay. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Arms down by your side. I'm going to start to mobilize the body, starting with the head. So go ahead and take your head, drop it to the right shoulder. And then add a little nod. Press that left shoulder down. And circle over to the left shoulder. Right shoulder presses down. Little nod. Okay. All right. And then back to center. Head drops to the right and left and right and left. Okay. Now we're going to take our head. We're going to turtle it out. So press it out. Pull it back. You're creating a double chin. Press out. And pull back. And out. And back one more time. And back. Now we're going to go side to side. Okay, side to side. Side to side. Try not to move the rest of your body. I know I am. And side. Good. And side. And side. Let's do a full circle. So front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left. And let's try and go smoothly around. And then reverse the direction. Left, back, right, forward. Do your best. Get a little dance move and back here. Good. Your shoulders encircle the movement. Big circles. Nice. Okay. Now you're going to take your right arm. I want you to take it up. Keep it close to your ear here. And then pull it back. Open up to that chest. Drop that shoulder down. And you're going to bend that elbow. And you're going to tighten, contract here. And then bring it forward. Keeping it close to that ear. And let's go again. So big circle here. And pull it back and contract. Dropping that shoulder down. And out one more time on the right side. So up and back and contract. Pull here and bring it back. Let's do the left. So same thing. Reach it. Keep it close to your ear and pull it back. And tighten. And pull it forward. Again. Pull it back. And tighten. And forward. Feeling that stretch. Keep that shoulder down. And again. Up. And tighten. Good. And bring it back. One more time. Sorry. Keep adding on. And pull it back. And here, bring your arms out to the side. Okay. Right palm up, left palm to the back of the room. Look over your right palm. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. Now if you want to make it a little bigger and involve the body, take that hip forward. And other hip. And other hip. And other hip. Rotating through that shoulder socket. And again, hook, other side, and last time here, and bring it back. Open up for your arms, nice. You're gonna keep your hips quiet, just gonna reach to the right, and left, and right. Making up the sides, that waist, good. And right, and left. One more set, right, and left. Back to center, hold, take your hips, circle them around, good. And then reverse the direction. Beautiful. And take it back. Hey, take your left leg and just gonna draw a circle with that femur bone here. Good. And again. And one more. Now you're gonna take that knee, you're gonna draw a figure 8. Good. And let that lower left leg go run for the ride. Go run for the ride. And you see you're drawing with that femur bone. Good. And again. And one more. Good, and hold. Take that foot, circle, releasing through that ankle, and then reverse the direction. Good. Big shake. Other side, lift that right leg, and then you're going to draw a circle, opening through that hip. Good. And again, let's draw that figure 8. Soften that supporting leg, that knee. Good, helping you with balance. And again, one more. Woo, hold, circle that foot. And reverse. Good. Another big shake. Ground your feet. Okay, take it to your toes. Lower your right heel down and left heel. So prancing. Warming up the soles of the feet as you do so. Good. And left. And right. And left. So 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Press both heels down. Take your shoulders, another circle. Opposite direction. Take your forearms. Circle them and go in the opposite direction. Good. Okay, now you're going to take your hands. You're going to press down with the palms of your hands, like you're kneading bread. So press down, then you're going to take your hands and circle them around. Okay, so press down, kneading and circle. Press down, getting that bread dough and circling around. And again, press and circle. Nice. Press and circle. Let's go in the opposite direction. So circle and press, circle and press. Good. Circle. Feel the resistance as you press. 2 more. And press 1 more. Circle and press. Good. Now you're going to take your fingers, thumbs, pinky, touch your pinky, ring, middle, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. Go a little faster. Good. Good. And flutter, 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 flutter. Good. Shake it all out. Very nice. Woo. Good. Go ahead and step to the top. Inhale and exhale. Take it to a ragdoll. Bend to your knees. And allow your head to fall to the mat. Feeling the stretch in your spine as you do so. Front, forward and back, whatever you need to do. Hands on your thighs, lift your chest up. Stretch the backs of the legs. And then back into that forward fold. Hands onto the mat. Walk your feet behind you into a downward facing dog. Heel to toe through your feet. You can roll, press through your hands, lengthen through your spine. Nice stretch. Now you're going to lift up onto your toes. Okay? And then you're going to pivot your heels out. Okay? It's feeling the stretch in your toes as you do so. And then press your heels down into the mat. Lift up onto your toes. Feel the stretch in your toes as you rotate. Parallel your feet and lower your heels down. Okay. Again, onto your toes. Feel that stretch. And then bring your heels together. And then lower into downward facing dog. And again, onto your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And pivot. Parallel your feet. Heels back down. And back onto your toes. Feel that stretch. And then heels out and press back. Pigeon toe. Your feet are pigeon toed. And then back onto your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Back into parallel and downward facing dog. Pressing back. Feeling that stretch. Rocking side to side. Whatever you need to do at this point. And then press forward into a nice strong plank. Onto your knees or stay on your toes. You want to keep your elbows above your wrist as you lower down nice and slow. Okay, you can do this on your knees if you need to. Belly on the mat or hover. Lift up through your chest into baby cobra or upward facing dog. Stretch through your chest. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Drive those heels down a little bit more. Pressing through your hands and then go ahead and lower down into quadruped. Hands under your shoulders. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone under. Inhale, cow. Let your belly fall. Lift through your chest. And exhale, cat stretch. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And inhale into cow. Belly drops down. And then place your spine in neutral. Okay, so we're going to do some serratus push-ups. So I want you to allow your shoulder blades to come together and press them apart. Widening across that back and shoulder blades come together and push them apart and let them come together. The only time we allow our shoulder blades to come together and press them apart and hold. Okay, we're going to keep that stability in the shoulders as you hold there. Take your right arm, left leg and reach out in a nice spinal balance. Left foot is flexed. Reaching your fingertips out. Flexing your foot nice and strongly. Feel the contraction in that glute on the left side. Knee is straight. And then lower down. Left arm, right leg, reach out. Feel the contraction in that right glute. You can touch it to make sure it's strongly contracted. Hold. And then lower down. Good. Tuck your toes under. Push back into a downward facing dog. Press through your heels. And then go ahead and push forward into a plank on your knees. Your toes lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open up through that chest. Feeling a nice stretch. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push back. Press them to your hands. Feeling that release. And then take it into quadruped once again. Okay, take your right arm, left leg. This time you're going to point the toes of that left leg and hold. Okay. If you need more support, you can place that right arm down. Now you're going to take that left leg. You're going to draw a rainbow. So take it and lift and tap to the right side of that right supporting leg and lift up. Forming a rainbow, tap to the left and up, tap to the right. If you need to place that right arm down for stability, go ahead and tap to the left. Good. And tap to the side and tap to the left. I'm going to try and keep your spine in neutral as you work through this. Okay, the bend is at the hip, to the side and back. So really contract that gluteal as you work through this. And to the right. Our rainbow strong in the shoulders. Shoulder blades apart. Back of the neck is long. Feeling the contraction in that gluteal. And here. And to the left. And to the right. Good. And to the left. And to the right. One more. Left. And right. Bring it back in line. Lower it down. Okay. You're going to take that left leg. Flex the foot. Lift up. A fire hydrant here. That left hip is lifted slightly, so you're leaning slightly to the right in this. You're going to drive that heel back at a diagonal. You feel the strength here. Bring it back down and lower it down. Up, lean slightly, kick that left heel. Feel the contraction, squeeze. Bring it in and lower it down. Good. And up and press with intention. Bring it back and lower it down. You want to feel that contraction. Up and press that heel back. In and lower it down. Again. Up and press. In and lower down. Let's go. Up and press. Nice and strong. Through the warmth. Build in that gluteal. Lift up and press. And in and down. Okay, now we're going to lift and hold here. We're just going to pulse that press. Press and press. Feel that fire. So driving that heel. Really trying to kick that back diagonal out. So press. Hey, feel that resistance. Press. Make it work for you. Hey, try not to just press that leg back, but feel that resistance. Resist. Flexing that left foot. Nice and strong. Good. Press and press and press. 8 more. Go. And 7 and 6. 5. Go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Good. So one last thing on this side. We're going to take that left leg, you're going to kick it back behind, okay? So we're going to take our right leg, and we're going to extend out. So, counterbalanced spinal balance. Okay, now we're going to lower that right arm down, shift just slightly, and take your left arm out. And then lower down right arm. Okay, trying to minimize the shift. And push, forcing that core to help you balance. Woo. And down. You do as you can. And reach. Good job. One more set. Here. Nice and strong. Core is engaged. That glute is still engaged. And here and lower down. Tuck your toes under. Push back into downward. Feel the release. Heel toe. Whatever you need to do. Before we do the other side, back down into that quadruped. Okay. So take that left arm, right leg. Extend up. Toes are pointed. Feel the reach. Nice and long. If you need to lower that left arm, go ahead. Take your right toes, tap to the left, and then to the right, forming that rainbow, and to the left, and to the right. Squeezing that gluteal. So really forcing that contraction in the gluteal. Okay, the leg is strong. Knees are straight. Toes are pointed. And to the left. And to the right. Good. Left. And right, rest of your body nice and stable. Okay, good. So arm is down or extended. And side. And back. Good. Woo. And back one more time. To the left. And back. And settle it down. Lift into that fire hydrant with the next foot. And a kick. Get that back diagonal. Bring it in. And down. Lift up and kick at that back diagonal. In and lower down. Lifting that right hip slightly higher than the left, leaning to the left slightly. And back down. Lift up. Driving that right corner back. Okay, so really pressing up and press. Resist, resist. Get back. You should feel the contraction in that gluteal nice and strong. So really working that resistance. And up. And press. Breathe in. And down. Excellent work. And press. Bring it in. And down. Now lift up here. You're just going to go for that press and press. Driving that back quarter, top quarter out. And press. And press. And press. Good. 8 and 7 and 6. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. And extend straight behind you. Take your left arm here. Find your balance. And then lower that left arm and take your right. Finding that balance here. Then lower down left arm. Feeling that core, that belly pulling in toward the spine. Trying to keep your hips as level as you can, minimizing the shift. Good. Whew. And down, other side. And reach. Nice control. Shoulders stay away from your ears. And down. One more set. Finishing off strong. And back down. Gorgeous. Tuck your toes in or push back. Downward facing dog. Press your heels into the mat. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Walk or hop. Your feet to your hands. Hands on your thighs. Lift up to your chest. Back into that forward fold or ragdoll. Sweep your arms up all the way here. Bring your hands together into prayer. We're going to take it back onto the mat. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Swan dive down. Lengthen through your spine. Bend through your knees. Ragdoll. Hands on your thighs. Lift up to your chest. Straighten your knees as much as you can. Keeping your spine in neutral though. Back into that ragdoll. Hands onto the mat. Walk or hop. Your feet back behind. Top of a push-up. Turn around and lower down. Inhale. Cobra. Or upward facing dog. Opening up that through that chest. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Push back. Driving those heels down into the mat. Pressing through your hands. Ground your left. Take your right leg. Kick it nice and high. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then slowly bring it through. Between your hands. Bend to your right knee. And hold in runner's lunge. So aiming for a stretch in that hip flexor. Dropping down. Good. Okay, you're going to take it into high lunge. You can do it with assistance by placing your hands on your thighs or just scoop your arms up and hold. Pressing that left heel back, feeling that stretch in that hip flexor and the calf as well. Okay, we're going to work some stretch for the quad. So hands on your thighs were lifted. You're going to straighten the knee and then bend. So if your hands are on your thighs, just straightening and bending. Sorry. And straightening and bending. If your arms are extended, straighten and reach. Watch your lower back. Make sure it's not compressed. Okay, so you can angle forward through your upper body so that you don't hyperextend in that lower back. And press. And up. 2 more times. Up. And back down. 1 more time. Let's go. Woo. And lower back down. Now tuck your tailbone under. Hands on your glutes. You want to feel the stretch in that hip flexor so you can press those glutes forward. Sit up nice and tall, pressing forward. Good. Okay. We're going to launch off with that back foot. We're going to kick off and balance on that right leg. Okay, take that left leg. So we're going to kick forward and back. Forward and back. So nice and loose, but keeping it controlled in your torso so your core is engaged. Just kicking forward and back. If you need to hold on to a wall or a chair or something, go for it. 2 more. And 1 more. Whew. And hold. Okay, so you're going to take that leg, kick forward, hold, feeling the balance, hands on your hips, and then we're going to take it to a kick back, but we're going to allow our torso, upper torso, to hinge forward. And then kick forward, bend in the hip, and then kick that leg back in alignment. You're just going to hinge. So torso is aligned with that leg. 1 unit. Kick forward and hinge. And again. Forward, slight bend in that right knee. Hinge. Going as far as you feel comfortable. And let's go for 1 more. And hinge. And then come on slightly back. You're going to take that left leg and you're going to draw a circle behind you. Keeping that core engaged, just challenging our balance a little bit, working that gluteal, working that supporting leg as well. And then reverse the direction of the circles. Nice and steady. 3 and 2 and 1. Bring that leg, you're going to bring it to your side, inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh, and hang out here in tree. Hands to heart center in prayer. Good. Finding the balance, feeling a little struggle in that right ankle. 3 and 2 and 1. Release, lower down. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, swan dive down. Lengthen through your spine. Ragdoll down. Hands on your thighs. Half lift. Forward fold. Hands on the mat. Walk or hop your feet back behind top of a push-up, chaturanga, lower down, inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog, drive your heels down into the mat. Pedal if you need to. Ground your right foot this time, kick your left leg back behind you, and swing it through, place it between your hips. And settle down in runner's lunge. Right hip flexor, stretch it out. Press that right heel back, really extend, feel the length. Good, nice. All right, I'm gonna take it into crescent or high lunge. So with assistance, hands on your thighs, or just scoop your arms up here and hold. Good, hands on your thighs, you're just gonna straighten and bend. If your arms are extended, here, push it back and reach and back each time. Feeling that stretch in that hip flexor. Okay, so full range. Hip flexor, stretch, reach, reach, reach. And back and reach. Good job. 3 more. And reach. Last 2. Pressing back and reach. Last 1. Back and reach. Gonna launch, or gonna tuck your tailbone under. Stretch out that hip flexor. Engage those glutes. Feel the stretch. That right hip should feel really good. Okay, good. Gonna launch off. Balance on that left leg. So nice soft kicks of the leg. Keeping that core engaged. Just kicking back and forth. Loosening up through that hip. Forward and back. Good. And back. Good. And hold it out in front. Hands on your hips. And you're gonna kick that leg back with control as you hinge. Lean your upper body forward. And then kick out. Kick back, start to engage that glute. Here, lock it in place and hinge. And kick forward. Kick back, lock it in place and hinge. Kick forward and hinge. 2 more. Nice balance work and hinge. 1 more time. Kick it out and hinge. Feel the contraction in that gluteal. Lift up a little bit and circle that right leg behind you, contracting to that glute, working balance, and then reverse the direction. Circle. 3 and 2 and 1, and bring that leg to foot to the inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh, and settle in tree. Squeezing that right gluteal to get that knee out to the side. Holding, finding your balance. And release. Feet on the mat, inhale. Bring your legs together, squeeze them, and take it down into chairs. So sit back, weight in your heels, squeezing those inner thighs, pressing your hands together, dropping your shoulders down. Good, just holding. I want you to really squeeze that gluteal, or squeeze the inner thighs as you hold. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm going to do next. Okay, so you're here squeezing, shoulders are down, pressing your hands together just slightly. Good, shoulders down. Okay, now keeping this chair. Okay, if you need to modify, come on up. Okay, if you can stay low, that's great too. Okay, so you're going to take that right leg, you're going to kick out, cross as you open that hip up. You're going to press that knee out, kick out, and bring it back. Okay, left, kick out, cross to that lower leg, pull that knee out, feel that inner thigh open up, and press, and bring it back. Okay, again, hip, cross, press out, and back. Good, left, out, cross, open, kick out, and back. Now here's the progression, okay, optional. Kick out, cross at the thigh, press out, bring it back in, and back down. Good, out, cross at the thigh, push it out to the side, feeling that glute stretch, kick out, and back. Keep your spine in neutral though, okay? Hip, cross, and push it out, bring it back in, kick out, and back. Checking in with that back, make sure it's not straining. Okay, if you are, come on a little higher, kick out, and back. 1 more set, go. Hip, cross, press out, bring it in, kick out, and back. Other side, kick out, cross, push it out, back here, down into that chair, solid chair. Hey, make sure your spine is in neutral, and then come on out of it, pressing your hands all the way up. And then press your hands together a little harder. Squeeze your inner thighs a little bit more. Come back into that chair. Spine is in neutral, sitting that seat back. And again, up. Press, press, press those hands together and go for even more intensity. Press your hands together even more strongly. Squeeze those inner thighs. Go, bring it back down into that chair. Weight in your heels. Woo, and hold. 3 and 2 and 1. Come on up just slightly. A little release and come right back down. We're going to take it to a twist. So left shoulder drops, right shoulder lifts. You can place that left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Press your hands together. Bring your fingers in towards your chest for a spine twist. If you want, you can release your arms. A little lever with that left arm. Your knees are aligned. Try not to let them shear. And then back to center. Let's go right into the other side. Twisting to the left. You can place that right elbow to the outside. Here, press your hands together. Fingers in toward your chest. You can open your arms up. Drawing that left shoulder back. Holding 3 and 2 and 1. Come on up. Here, good. Nice work. Swan dive down. Then that spine bend to your knees. You can separate your feet if that feels more comfortable. Ragdoll. Hands on your thighs. Lift up to your chest. Back into that ragdoll. Hands on the mat walk or hop your feet back behind. Try to round the lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale. Push back, downward facing dog. Knees onto the mat. Separate your knees and take it into your child's pose. Sitting that forehead on the mat. Reaching. Really feeling the opening through your spine. So you drop your hips down toward the mat. Okay. So we're going to do a variation of cat-cow. So I want you to, from this child's pose, I want you to round through your spine like you're doing cat. But then take it into a plank on your knees. Round through your spine, feel that stretch. And then allow your seat to fall back over your heels and up, round to that spine. Shoulders away from your ears, into that plank. Again, it should feel good. Round. And allow your hips to sink back. And bring it back up into that plank. Good. And bring it back. Up. And settle back down here. Good job. And then go ahead and rotate onto your side. Bottom arm long. Top arm in front of your belly. Okay. In line with the mat, you're going to take that left leg, lift up, or that top leg, and lower down. Just nice and easy. Good. Lifting up and down. Try and keep your hips vertically aligned. Try and stay contracted in that bottom waist. Okay? Just try not to go sloppy either. Keep it toned. Good. And up and down. Nice. And up and down. Good. Up and down and up and down. Now halfway up here. You're going to draw a circle with that leg. Okay, so the goal here is to keep your torso, your body quiet as you circle that leg around. So working lots of core strength. Maybe going a little faster. Good. Circling around. Nice. Feeling the outer thigh. And lots of core work. As you hold, if you want to take that arm up to the ceiling, that's quite a bit harder because you're really having to rely on that core to keep you stable. 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse. Go around and around and around. Nice. Hip and hop, hop and hop. Go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it halfway up. Okay, you can place that hand back down if it's not already there. Take that bottom leg now. Clap up and lower down. Clap up and lower down. Good. Clap up and down. Good. Up and down. 8 more. 8 and down. 7 more. Up. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. Up and down. Last 2. Up and down. Last 1. Up and lower down. Very nice. Roll over onto your belly. Hands below your shoulders. Lift up through your chest here. Squeeze your glutes and hamstrings. Lift your legs up. You can take your arms, reach them back behind, and a nice back extension. Back of the neck long. Everything controlled. Wrists are straight. Elbows are straight. Pulling that belly in toward the spine. Pointing the toes a little harder if you can. Holding 5, 4, 3. Let's go 2 and 1 and lower back down onto your belly. Good. So up, and then swing our legs around so that we're still facing the monitor here. Okay. There you go. Legs are extended. Bottom arm long, top arm in front of your belly. In line with the mat, just going to lift and lower that top leg up and down. Good. Good control. Keeping your hips stacked, tone in that bottom waist. Good. And up and down. Good. Feeling the heat build in that outer thigh. Good. Phew. Up and down. 4 more. Up and down. 3 more. Good. Nice control. 1 more. Now lift halfway up, just like the other side. We're going to draw that circle. You're going to really lock that core. Nice and strong. And take that top arm up to the ceiling, circling around. Good. Good. Nice smooth circles. And if you can, stop and then reverse the direction, circling around. Good. And around. Nice. Keeping that control. Belly is in. Woo. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and hold. Hand back down. Take that bottom leg, clap up and down. Good. And up and down. Nice. Up and down. And clap and down. 8 more. Go. 8, 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Good. And 1. And lower down. Very nice. We're going to do another set for our back. So roll over onto your belly. Hands below your shoulders. Lift up into that back extension. Squeeze your glutes and hamstrings. Lift your arms up. And hold in that back extension. Pointing your toes. Straighten the knees. Nice and strong. Okay, take your arms out to the side. If you need to modify and place your hands onto the mat here, that's fine. Okay, arms out to the side. You're going to separate your legs a little bit more. So straddle your legs. Okay, flex your feet. And then you're going to bring your elbows into your sides. Now, of course, if you have your hands on the mat, just keep them there. And then extend back into that X. And pull in. Keep your belly engaged. Core engaged. Pull it in. And extend. And pull it in. Now as you reach, feel that contraction nice and strong here. And pulling it in. And reach. Contract. 2 more. In. And reach. 1 more time. Pull it in. And reach. And then bring your legs back in. Point your toes. Hands here. Flutter kick your legs or arms extended. Flutter kick your arms into swimming. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Whew. Good. Running out of space here. Good. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hands under your shoulders. Lift up into quadruped. Scoot back so you can see me. Cat stretch. And inhale into cow. And cat stretch. Into cow. 1 more time. Cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone under. Round into the spine. And into cow. And into neutral. Have a seat. Good. Shake out your arms. Rotate through your wrist. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to take it. Here we are at the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. Swan dive down. And then stretch the backs of the legs, spine. Half lift. Try and get deeper into the stretch. So straighten the knees a little bit more. Feel the stretch to those hamstrings and calves. Forward fold. Hands onto the mat. Walk or hop. Plank. Chaturanga. Inno cobra. Upward facing dog. Open up through that chest. Exhale. Push back. Downward facing dog. Press through your hands. Ground through your left foot. Kick your right leg nice and high. Feel the stretch to the back of that left leg. Sweep that right foot forward. Take it into a nice high lunge, and then swivel that back foot into warrior 2. Right palm up, inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior 2. Get a nice side stretch. Keep that right knee bent. Feel the strength in that quad. Take it to a side angle here. Left arm reaches. And reverse warrior, a bigger reach. Bend that right knee a little bit more. Drive the outer edge of that left foot into the mat and side angle. And again, reverse warrior, big stretch. Reaching the right fingertips, lengthen to the right side of your torso. And then side angle, hold here, or if you want, right arm reaches, feel the stretch, the bend in that right knee, working that core, head centered between your arms, holding for 3, and 2, and 1. Now you're going to take your left arm down toward the mat, lift your left heel up, and then you're going to swivel, And take your right arm up to the ceiling. Get a nice side twist here, or twist stretch for the lower back. If you need to lower your left knee onto the mat, go ahead. Okay, now we're going to continue rotating to the left or the right. Lower the outer edge of that left foot onto the mat. Take it into side plank with straight legs like so, or you can bend your knees and take it to a side plank with bent knees. Okay, so do what you feel most comfortable with. A nice strong side plank holding, strong in that left shoulder, nice core strength. Now you're going to take that right arm and slowly, you're going to lower down toward the mat, just slowly, slowly with control. Feel the obliques kick in. Lower the right forearm onto the mat, pivot, and lower the left forearm onto the mat into a plank on your forearms. You can lower your knees onto the mat if they're not already there. If you want to modify, nice and strong, shoulder blades apart, back of the neck is long, tight through those glutes, holding nice and strong. Feel the core working, shoulder blades apart. 3 and 2 and 1, and then let your hips rise up to the ceiling and walk your feet in. Feel a nice stretch to your calves in this dolphin. Pressing your heels down and shift side to side, whatever feels good. Good. All right. Back into that forearm plank. You're going to continue rotating to the right here. Lower your right heel down. Okay. Take your right leg, extend out in front, like so. Okay, so we're going to, the right leg is extended, or the bottom leg is extended. Hand on that left hip, strong in that right shoulder, okay? You can hold here, work the side, or if you want to, take the hip lift, okay? So, and if you want to still, take that right leg and lift up to the ceiling, okay? Just holding here, nice and strong. Good, maybe a little higher with that leg, good. Whew, that inner thigh, good. Holding, 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If that leg is not already there, lower it down. Okay, now we're going to stretch out that outer thigh, that IT band. So we're going to shift our upper body over that right leg until you feel a stretch in that gluteal and outer thigh of that right leg. Okay, so the bend is at the hip. If you're not feeling that, you want to intensify, you can bring that leg closer to the front of the top of the mat and then fold over. Okay, so just working your way into the stretch, trying to find that stretch for that outer thigh. Okay, so try not to torque that lower back. It's more in the hip. So you're pushing forward. And just explore until you feel that stretch. If you want to modify, you can bend the knee. And hold. 3 and 2 and 1. And then go ahead. Swing that leg back. Push yourself back into a quadruped. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Drive your heels down. Press into the mat. Other side. Ground your right. Kick your left leg nice and high. Stretch the back of that right leg. And then bring that left foot forward. Bend through both knees. Take it up into high lunge here. Swivel that right foot. Take it into warrior 2. Left palm up. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse warrior. Feel that stretch in the side. Really work through that range. And side angle. Bending through that left knee. Pressing through the outer edge of that right foot. Reverse warrior. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then side angle. Reaching here. And again, reverse warrior. Squeezing that left gluteal. Try not to let that left knee collapse in. Side angle. Hold here nice and strong. If you want to, send that left arm out as well. Again, pressing through the outer edge of that right foot. Squeezing that left gluteal. Reaching your arms, shoulders down. You can also modify here. Holding for 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to reach that right hand down. Lift that right heel up. You're going to pivot and take it into a twist. You can lower that right knee down to modify. Good. Feeling that nice stretch. Make it work for you. Good. Okay. You can lower that right knee down. I'm going to take it to a side plank or keep that knee lifted. I'm going to continue pivoting and take it into our side plank. Legs are stacked or knees are bent. Keeping your thighs stacked. Beautiful. Good. Holding for 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to take that left forearm and slowly, slowly with control, taking it down onto the mat, into that forearm plank here or on your knees. Just holding for a moment. Belly is pulling in, shoulder blades apart, back of the neck long. So all those form checks. Core is engaged, nice and strong. Hanging here. Feeling the strength intensify. Getting stronger. Good. Whew. 8 and 7. You got 6 more counts. Belly pulling in. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Dolphin. Lift that hip up into the ear. Press the heels down. Stretch out the calves. So really drive those heels down. Okay, strong in your shoulders as you do this. Good. Woo. And then back into that plank here. And then you're going to pivot around. Once again, take that left leg out here. Hip is lifted or on the mat. Okay, so here, or if you want to, take that left leg and lift it up off the mat. I'm going to turn so you can see me a little better here. Lift it here if you want, or on the mat, or hip on the mat. Just holding where you are, nice and strong. Seal it in for 8 and 7 and 6. Go 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Lower that leg down if it's not already there. And then you're going to start to lean over that left leg. Okay, so you're going to lean over that left leg. Going for a stretch in that outer thigh of that left leg. Okay, so leaning into that left leg. Here. Sorry, I had to move into the garage today because they're doing some construction, so it's really loud. So, sorry, space is constrained today. That outer thigh. Okay. Modification is to bend that left knee, or if you want to even deeper stretch, lift that leg a little closer toward the front edge of the mat. Good. Nice. 3 and 2 and 1. Come on back. Push back. Let's take it into another downward facing dog. Pressing down into the mat. And then we're going to walk our feet in a little closer. You can keep your knees bent if you want to. Take your right hand and wrap it around your right thigh, your shin, or your ankle. Okay. You're going to play around by evenly distributing the weight between that right foot and left hand. Okay, so you just play around, just shifting until you find that equal distribution. And then see if you can take that left foot up off the mat, balancing. Maybe straightening that left leg. Moving, pressing into that right foot, left hand strong. 2 and 1. Softly lower down. Let's try the other side. So right hand down, left hand wraps around the thigh, shin or ankle. And press through that right hand, left foot, even distribution of weight. And see if you can take that right foot up off the mat balance. Maybe a little higher. Maybe all the way, pressing strong, holding. Woo. And hold. 4, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Lower down. Go ahead and settle your knees down. Take it into child's pose, sitting back between your thighs. Bring your legs around, swing them around, and place your back onto the mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. Arms up above, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, then exhale. You're just going to curl up, and then lower down. Good. And curl up, and then lower down. Curl up and hold. So curl up and hold. You're going to take that right leg and lift up, and down left leg. So just marching, belly flat. Lower back pressing into the mat, up and down. Let's go a little faster. Marching, good. Marching and marching. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Both knees in here. Flex your feet. Okay, shoulders down away from your ears. And then you're just gonna press your feet out and in. Okay, don't worry if you don't straighten your knees all the way. And in, you wanna feel the belly engage. Okay, out and in. Maybe going a little further out if you can. Okay, so you do you. Closer to vertical, the easier it is. Okay. Shoulders stay away from your ears. Nice. Press. Another one where we're driving with the heels out. And in. How about 5 more? Go. 5. And in. 4 more. 3 more. Hoop. Last 2. Last. Now hold it in your extension. So maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's your knees bent, hands behind your head. Hold, and wherever you're at, you're just gonna flutter your legs. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Maybe here, maybe here. You wanna press that lower back into the mat though, so no lifting of that lower back. Just be mindful of that. Just keep that flutter. Maybe it's like this. Hey, go. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Knees in. Very nice work. Place your feet onto the mat. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Lift your hips up. Nice bridge. And back down. 2 more times. Up. And back down. 1 more time. Lift up. Down, lower, back down. Now lift halfway up. Hold. Okay. Keeping your hips steady. You're just going to shift and march and march and march and march. Hips stay level. March and march. Maybe a little bigger. March and march. So really engage in that core to keep your hips steady. Good. And march and march and march. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Spine is in neutral. Good for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Hips door down 1 inch and up. So our hip presses down and lift. Lift, left, and left. Finishing off. Squeezing those glutes. Working at your 20 and 19 and 18 and 17, 16, 15, 14 and 13 and 12, 11, 10, 9, go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release and lower down. Knee into your chest. Take your left leg, extend, and rotate through that hip, and then bring that leg across, cross body. Bring that left knee in, so you're all the way onto your left side. Take your right arm and just draw a circle with that right arm. So opening up through that shoulder socket. Here. Good. And then let's go in the opposite direction, circling around. Good. And then while you're here, grab onto that right foot. And then tuck that tailbone under as you press that leg back. Feel a nice stretch for that hip flexor and the quad on the right side. Good. Bring that leg forward, circle that foot around. So releasing through that ankle in the opposite direction. Good. And then over to the other side. Right leg extends, left leg bends. Tug a few times, circle through that hip joint. And then bring that leg over to the side. A nice spinal twist, a nice glute, outer thigh stretch. Go completely onto your right side. Take that left arm and circle back around, opening up to that shoulder. And 1 more. And grab onto that left leg, pull it in, and then tuck that tailbone under as you squeeze that gluteal, press that hip forward. And then circle that foot, releasing through that ankle, and then switch. Hands behind your thighs. Take it to a little rock and roll. Cross your lower legs, hands onto the mat. Push back into downward facing dog, driving the heels down for a big stretch to the backs of your legs. Press through your hands, winding it down. You can rock side to side, whatever you need to do. Stretching out that back, the glutes, hamstrings, everything. You can lift to your toes, stretch out the toes. Pedal your feet if you need to. Press through your hands, lengthen through your spine. And go ahead and walk your hands to your feet. And then roll up to your spine. Nice work. Good. Bend your knees. Take that right arm. You're going to circle around with control. So shoulder down away from your ears. Strong arm. You're just going to circle around. Good. Okay, now here's what you're going to do. So we're circling around strong. Okay, 1 more. You're going to bend our knees. left hand on that thigh. You're gonna drop that right arm, and then you're just gonna set it in motion, so loose, no strength. Just setting it in motion. It's like a pendulum, just moving with the momentum. Around. So really loosening to do that right shoulder socket. Should feel really good. All right, other side. Okay, left arm, strong arm. Feel the strength, the contraction in that shoulder. Elbows straight, making fists with that left hand. Circle around. And one more. And then go ahead and dangle that arm, hand on that right thigh, and set it in motion. And just let it go. Come on, back up. Rotate your shoulders, circle around, one at a time. Get a little bigger, in that elbow. Good. And even bigger still, full arm, back stroke. Woo. And then back here. Good. Shake out your hands, rotate through your wrists. Taking it all the way up here and back down. Circling all the way back. Shoulders down, head to your right shoulder. Circle around to the left. And once again to the right. And to the left, back to center. Fingertips behind your head and gently press forward. Stretching up through that neck. And then come on up. Beautiful. Go ahead and we'll finish with our 2 breaths. As always, first exhalation, just release, let it all out. Anything that's heavy on your heart, weighted on your shoulders, just set it free so that you have room for good kindness, healing, positivity, whatever you need. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, big breath. And exhale. Send it all out. Exhale. Shh. Every last bit. Inhale, big breath. Gather. Bring your hands together with hope. Bring your hands to heart center. And we say namaste. Back up. Beautiful work. Have a wonderful week.